but Dave kind of, and this is no disrespect to Dave at all, because he's a great guy, and I kind of think, you know, he's not, because he's university and he's got, you know, stuff, he's got other, it's a bit like me in a respect, you know, it's not, for him, it's not a full-time job, it's, you know, he's got a life outside of YouTube, you know, like me, I've got a full-time job, and as much as I'd love to sit around and, you know, play computer games all day, I know I can't do that, so, you know, for guys like us who perhaps, you know, want to be the next best or the next next gen tactics, and, you know, be able to be out there as, you know, have a team that can, you know, can go out there and nice nuke, crack the Easter eggs on days of release and stuff like that. You know, it's just not feasible for, you know, smaller channels. And it's mad for me to call Dave really a small channel when I think about it, because, you know, Dave's got like 38,000 subs compared to me. You know, I think the last count was about 360 at the most, and yeah, I kind of just, I've just been aspiring lately just to kind of want to try and kind of, oh, this isn't good, this isn't good, it's not good at all. I was too busy talking, I got distracted.
You only saved my ass, 'cause without me, you're dead.
So we've lost our second chance here, guys, but yeah, it's kind of like, you know, for me to call somebody like Dave the Rave a small channel seems to me ludicrous when I'm only 360 strong myself, but, you know, like, compare the likes of, you know, Syndicate or NGT or, you know, anybody like that. You know, we're all just small, tiny channels, you know, compared to people like with their millions of subs. And I can't really imagine what it must be like for these guys with millions of subs, who kind of, you know, their life is YouTube. Because as much as I love YouTube and I love doing videos and stuff, I know at the end of the day I've got a job, and I can't really imagine life.
Even I can't screw this. Die! Why won't you die? Get in my way! Get dead! Oh, getting a little too close to click, click, click!
Hey guys, I'm sorry about that, guys. Didn't actually realise, but for some reason my audio had cut out. My Windows service for sound had stopped or something, so I just had to restart it. So I kind of been talking to myself for the last few moments, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because I'm always talking to myself in these videos. Okay, that's my zombie shield gone, so very, very careful now. Try and run these guys back through here to get myself another zombie shield in a minute. And I found that the key, I always used to struggle at kind of a little bit with this. I found that the key is to kind of just go quite slowly through here and then straight back out the other side. Because what you can, if you go too quickly, they'll come through this and block your escape route, which won't be good at all. So then we can just let rip our zombie compadres, like so. And we've just got our headshot popper perk back.
Insta-kill. Hey, get back! Or I'll kill you again! No!
So, yeah, circling isn't the be-all and end-all, guys. I've kind of come to realise that, you know, the principle is the circle strategy, but it kind of doesn't work like that. You're better off sometimes to run like figure of eights or, you know, semicircles and different bits and pieces. It kind of just depends. Depends what works best for you guys. And the best thing to kind of, you know, make yourself a better, rubbish single fire gun. So yeah, just my best probably advice is, although you can see other people training certain routes, you need to go and try them for yourself, because certain people have certain people get used to certain things, and it's one thing watching somebody on YouTube. It's another thing to actually kind of, you know, replicate what somebody does on YouTube, and, you know, replicate something. And you know, I've fallen foul of this many times. Kind of like the best example of this for me is, you know, like watching people on YouTube playing multiplayer. I aspire to, you know, be a good multiplayer person and actually, you know, have some decent games on multiplayer. And I constantly watch people like Ali A. Ali is probably the only one I do watch actually for multiplayer. And I kind of think, you know, he makes it look so damn easy, and it just annoys me to a certain extent that he makes it look so easy, because I can't play multiplayer for blood and money. I really don't know why. You know, I kind of seem to just reload at the wrong time, and I kind of just, no matter how many videos I watch of, you know, him on YouTube, I just don't seem to be able to, you know, get it down myself. So it frustrates me. It really does frustrate me that I can't play, you know, good multiplayer sometimes. You know, you've got people like one of my friends, AD Surfer. He, I've known him for many years, and he is kind of, I'd say personally, he's the best person I know personally, the best COD player I know personally. You know, he's Master Prestige every single COD from COD 4, Modern Warfare. I know kind of like there wasn't the multi-prestige thing in Modern Warfare, but you know, he's prestige every single multiplayer game to the maximum. And I have the occasional games with him where, you know, I kind of beat him and I kind of like, yeah, you know, and I call him a camper, and we have a bit of good banter. But, you know, to be as good as somebody like that, you know, they just make it look so effortless. You know, I can think I'm having a good game because let's say I'm like, I don't know, it's really ridiculous, but say I'm like sort of like 10 for 3 or something in, probably a bad example. Say I'm kind of like 12 for, say, 5 or something in the game. I think I'm really well. And then I'll take a look at the scoreboard to see what he's doing, and he's kind of like, oh, wait a minute, he's like 20 for 2. And, you know, it's just, I don't know, maybe I try too hard, and maybe that's my problem. But, yeah, kind of just, I aspire to be good at multiplayer, but the more I try, the more I just get frustrated. And I think sometimes you kind of just need to take a break from the game. And that's why I think game modes like Zombies and Extinction are good in these games, because you can play and play and play to your heart's content, but you get to a point where you're just so frustrated with the game. And it's not necessarily just the game, sometimes it's like you know, you come against people who are camping, or you just get, you know, a little bit too involved with the game. Is that the right word to say? too involved, and you kind of like what they're doing kind of affects your gameplay, and you get a bit cross and a bit mardy. I need to drop this gun because it's gun is pants. I don't like this gun at all.
Check that attitude, out-of-towner.
Let's finish all these guys off.
Beware the last real man.
And yeah, and you know, what was I saying? Something about people getting mad.
Did everyone see me do
It's
that?
good to have these sort of game modes to, you know,
I need more ammo.
have a break.
And cheese. I need ammo and
But
cheese.
I will say I don't think Extinction mode is on par with Zombies, unfortunately. I do think that Extinction is a lot better than their previous attempt, which was that survival mode where you kind of had to face off waves of attacking enemies. I do think it's better than that. But ah, shit, that was a zombie shield again. Okay, let's group them up. This is probably suicidal, but there we go. We got it out nicely. But yeah, it's better than that game mode, I think, definitely. But I don't know. I just prefer the thought of, you know, never-ending waves of enemies coming on to you like you do in Zombies. I mean, don't get me wrong, Extinction is good, but you kind of, you know, have like I just don't know. I can't express. I haven't got the words at the minute to express my true feelings for Extinction. That probably sounds silly to say, but yeah, I don't really know how to the proper things to say about it. I think it's good that they've got the prestige thing. Not sure I like the class loadout thing because I think with the health system, you know, having a health meter on it, you kind of you're not as careful in Extinction. I find you just kind of go hell for leather, and then you kind of you've got a bit more of a chance to survive longer with that, and it's a little bit easier to survive longer with that. And especially if you kind of run things like I do it myself, and I can't really complain. You run like the tank class, because you know, you can effectively get 200% health. It's kind of what I like about Zombies is that, you know, one wrong move and then you're hit twice. You kind of, you know, it's game over. And Zombies is one of them games where you've kind of got to always think about your movements and where you're going to go to next. And you know, when you've got a health bar in like Extinction, it's kind of like you lose that sense of kind of immediate danger. You know you can take a few hits and then you'll get away with it because, you know, you've got a health bar and you're not going to die within 2 hits. So yeah, that's kind of what I think and feel about Extinction. It's probably one of my bugbears with it. I would rather see a, you know, kind of like a zombie style health system, but at the same time, I'm glad that they just totally didn't, you know, didn't totally rip Zombies off. You know, they did try and put their own. They have tried to put their own spin on it. They've tried to make it their own. They've tried to make it unique. I did read though that yesterday or the day before that, or sorry, I heard on that YouTube video, they're potentially going to be putting a storyline into Extinction, which I'm not sure I agree with. If you're going to put a storyline into a game mode, you really want to be going from it from the outset. You don't really want to, you know, decide after you've released the game and then you're going to bring out your first lot of DLC. Hold on a minute, let's chuck in a you know, a storyline to this. You know, but I say that and then I kind of think, well, why have I just said that? Because that's exactly what Zombies did and Treyarch did with Zombies, because the first couple of games we had no characters, we had no storyline, we didn't really know who they were, what they were doing. Sorry, Verrückt, we kind of got a little bit more of a hint as to, you know, where they were, who they were and what they were going, because They'd introduced you know, a bit of character dialogue, I think, in Rook, didn't they? I think the characters interacted slightly with each other, and then obviously we got introduced to our main sort of characters, our Richtofen and Dempsey